Hey guys, DC3 here, coming to you guys with another video. We're going to start off the video real quick. I just want to take a quick look at our lineups here, try to see if there's anything we can do to potentially upgrade our team, especially now that we're about 20 something games into the season. So last I remember, we were tied for last with the Mets, which, I'm not saying that's something to be proud of, but we're not last. And so I like to keep it that way, especially when it comes down to my performance review with Derek Jeter. I don't want to have an awkward conversation with him when he tells me that we took a step backwards. And I'm like, well, there's only place we can go is up. So did a couple adjustment changes. So right now, okay, sorry. So we're 9-13 now. So we just passed 20 games. Sorry about that. I completely misbotched. But and we're playing Philly. Do I want to play? No. No. I'm okay. I could skip this one. They're doing fantastic right now. Yeah, let's just keep going. I don't want to play this. 19-8? Screw that. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're playing. There's no way I was going to say no to that. Bryce Harper. And two people on base, and we could potentially get a win over the Phillies. Yeah, I'm not skipping this one.
The Miami Marlins are looking to wrap this thing up, but with a one-run lead and the middle of the order due up, this thing is by no means over.
Okay. All right, we got away with that one. I kind of don't want to do the fastball, but that's what they recommend. This is exactly why I didn't want to do it. But we got lucky. Technically, he hit it bad. So 2 outs, and it's a 1-run game. I don't know who he is. He seems important. So not underestimating him. Yeah, one of the things personally as a pitcher, like I personally don't like to really give fastballs. I prefer the sliders. Granted, sometimes you have pitchers that literally throw 2 types of fastball, like they throw the 4-seam and then the 2-seam, and it's like usually when I get people, and yes, oh my god, yes, we get the win over the Phillies. But yeah, usually I like to sub them out because personally I just hate the idea of throwing a good hitter 2 different sets of fastballs, because I feel like at some point they'll catch up and realize, okay, this is a fastball that's coming my way, and they'll end up figuring out a way to time it perfectly. Like I think there's a pitcher on this team that literally has 2 fastballs and 1 slider. So after a while, it's going to be pretty easy to determine which one's the slider and which ones are the fastballs. Don't know how much of a difference it makes between a 2-seam and a 4-seam, but I guess that's someone that actually plays baseball physically would probably be able to tell me the difference. Because I personally, I've only played probably 3 or 4 times, and that was literally more than 6 years ago. So, and I never pitched in real life. So I was mostly like a batter or whatever. So going through a couple of these games here, we're doing okay. I wouldn't say I'm happy with it. 16-21, that's not bad. Just want to take a quick look at our roster here. One of the things I'm not really too happy with right now is our pitcher. So let me see if we can get some trades going. Because like I mentioned to you guys in the beginning of our franchise mode, to me pitching is the most important thing. So good defense, because the less runs you allow, the less pressure you put on the offense to score, especially because our offense is not really the greatest. So right now I'm thinking about trading our closing pitcher, Romero. To be honest with you, I haven't even used them once. I've literally used more Steckenrider. So at this point it's no use to me. I can kind of get rid of the payroll. Let's see if we can get rid of Dan here. No, I guess at this point I really want Rodriguez, so I have to take him out and just offer this trade. But I'll end up getting rid of Dan eventually. Mark my words. He's going to be gone. So I do want to upgrade our first baseman. That's one of the things when I was doing the rotation stuff. I did notice that that was something that didn't really look that good. So, well, this is going to be a long shot with the Dodgers, but let's see. I offer both of them, but it doesn't seem like it'll be close. So let's just get rid of that. Let's go for Bell, but I don't want to give them both. So let's take Alvarez out. Yeah, and beautiful. That looks beautiful. Let me get one more person. Yeah. All right. So now I have 3 catchers, which I don't need. So Holiday. Oh, irony. I used Holiday in the previous video, and I'm going to get rid of him. But, you know, it's just the way it goes. You know, he's the 3rd catcher. You honestly just need 1 and potentially a backup. So 3 catchers is just too much for us. Look at that. We already have almost 15 million saved in payroll. And we have 62 million made. Let's I might end up picking up Kimball. Kimball would be like my trading chip, like towards the end, like if things don't go well. But I think for now I'll hold off. So right now, because we don't really need a closing pitcher, so I'm not too worried about it. Our team looks semi-decent overall. I mean, we do have a couple 80s, and our pitching did get upgraded slightly. Sierra did hit that first home run. So, because I'm looking at Cairo, because remember we signed Cairo in the previous video, and he's like my development chip. So he did go up 1 point. I'm gonna hold off a little bit longer, see if maybe he can go up a little bit. And I'm noticing here in the lineups that Bell was a 75, but now he's a 68, and it was because I hadn't really fixed the lineup. So definitely that's the one thing why I prefer to do the manual lineups, because if you guys noticed, it was completely empty. Like, if I would have kept it on automatic, they could have potentially put somebody else to do the first baseman, and then we literally did that trade, and it would have been for nothing, because had we not catch it. So it makes it easier for you to, like, catch stuff like that's going on. And for AAA and AA, I don't really worry too much about it. I just let the assistants can handle that, because, you know, I'm mostly just worried about the top, the MLB, and then the rest they could develop. Their job's developing. My job is to make the team as good as it is now with what I have. So 17 and 25, we split the series with Tampa, which is great, because considering that they are, even though we're they're American and we're national, they're Florida. So you always don't. It's kind of like a crosstown rivalry. Same thing with like the Angels and the Dodgers. Like, you still see it as something you want to win, even though they're opposing leagues, you know. And so we'll take, obviously, speaking of division rivals, we'll take the Mets, because we want to keep them in the bottom, you know.
So striding in, Ahmed Rosario, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul.
So see, this is one of the reasons why I like Steckenrider, because Steckenrider has 4 pitches. Some of the pitchers that are in this game literally have 3, and he has 1 fastball, and he went sliding for that one. That was fantastic. And he has one 4-seam, and then, like, I believe a curveball, a slider, and a changeup. Sorry. So those are the kind of pitchers that I prefer and I like. The ones that have 4 pitches and variety in that. So definitely Steckenrider is going to be, as long as I'm the GM of this organization, see 9 saves already. He's going to be my closing pitcher. So I think we did a good trade in getting rid of Romo. $2.5 million isn't terrible, but if we're not using the guy, we might as well put that money to better use. Especially because, remember, Miami, we're about saving dinero. So we need to save the cash, because Derek Jeter told me that budget cuts are consuming his organization. And so for me, the more money I make now, the more money we can use later in the future. Because remember, that is part of the game, is the more money you save, the bigger your budget. So I'm really trying to save as much this year, so that way we have a bigger budget next year, and we can go get free agents and stuff, and actually try to do something with this organization. You know, especially for me, because I'm not really much like I probably could do the Moneyball and actually win without using like expensive prospects, but unfortunately I'm not. I'm more of a casual baseball fan. I know the big people, the big names, rather than the technical guys. So obviously, so if we're gonna win, we gotta win the way the Yankees and the way the Dodgers win is by spending a lot of money on top people and, you know, have a bunch of 80s and 90s on the lineup and destroy the entire competition. Ironically, I mentioned the two teams that got screwed over the most by the Astros. that was not intentional.
Grounded down the third baseline. But this will be a foul ball as he's behind.
Alright guys, I'm gonna turn off my mic real quick so you guys can enjoy the gameplay.
In the air down the line in left. Shaw is after it. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out.
Number 55.
Marlins down to their final out now. And digging into bat next, the big bat of Josh Bell. Fans on their feet in a one-run ball game in the last of the ninth. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Miami down to their last strike. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. But this one will bend foul. Had plenty of distance though as it landed in the upper deck. Hit sharply toward the right side. And that is through into right field for a single.
And if you're the manager, you've got to love that about your team. They were down to their last strike, but they refused to go down without a fight, so they lived to fight some more.
Granderson.
In is Curtis Granderson as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory.
He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. And that ball is gone. Santa Maria, game over. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. And with one swing of the bat,
This ball game is over.
If you've been watching SportsCenter and listening to ESPN about the recent MLB scandal, you understand exactly why that run to home plate had to be in slow mode. Wink, wink.
strike a pose. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he really made it happen with the bat in this one. You see here 2 hits and 1 was a long ball, so he has to feel pretty good about what he did here.
And tonight's 1-run game.
Alright guys, we're 6-5. We end up beating San Francisco and we go to 23-30, which is actually not bad. And it looks like we're gonna go I kinda don't wanna keep, yeah. Alright, 2-1, that's fine. I think we'll end up, draft is coming up soon, so I think we'll just go to this, oh, a trade offer. Ryan McMahon. No relation to Vince, right? Ooh, they're... who the hell are they offering me? A 61 overall? Oh, with an A potential, I guess. That's why. And my catcher is 80, 25. No. Yeah. No. And we lose to San Diego. We drop a game there. But I think we'll finish it. I think we'll finish the video right here, guys. We'll leave it there, 26 and 32. Do I want to?
Welcome everyone. Let's jump right in and
Yeah, because the
revisit
draft
news
was
and
in
events
one
from
day.
Monday.
I
Starting out
guess
in
I
the NL
could
West. The San Diego
potentially.
Padres
No, I
total
think we'll
11
leave the video
hits
right
as
here,
they
guys.
knocked out
Stay
the
tuned for the
Fighting
next
Phils
part.
8-2.
We'll end up including the
Zach Greinke
MLB
got the
draft,
win,
our
throwing 8
prospects, and
shutout
everything.
innings as the Diamondbacks got the victory against the
Check out the
Dodgers
UFC
3-0.
stuff that
He's
I have
currently
right
in the
now.
top
I am
5
working
in
on
the NL
NBA at the
wins.
moment as we speak.
The Astros
Subscribe,
picked up 11
guys.
hits as
Thank
a
you guys for
team as they
watching.
bested the Mariners in Safeco Field 6-1.